Hey folks, welcome back to Gaming Garbage, where we take a look at games, chat about the gaming news in the industry, and of course, stream for fun. Today we got an update from Steam talking about that just kind of their launch timing and the price, and well, it doesn't necessarily sound any better, but we're going to go ahead and get into that. So this is actually from their own website, and they're going to be using this in the future to continue to update people. So yeah, we know that they basically announced three new products on November 12th, and they said, when we announced these products in November, we planned on being able to share specific pricing and launch dates by now. But the memory and storage shortages you've likely heard about across the country have rapidly increased since then. Limited availability and growing price of these critical components mean we must revisit our exact shipping schedule and pricing, especially around Steam Machine and Steam Frame. Our goal of shipping all three products in the first half of the year has not changed, but we have work to do to land on concrete pricing and launch dates that we can confidently announce, which tells me that they cannot confidently announce. And maybe there is a small chance that it will be delayed further into 2026. Being mindful of how quickly the circumstances around both of these things can change. We will keep you up to date as much as we can as we finalize those plans as soon as possible. In the meantime, we plan to use this blog to deliver additional content, deep dives, etc. And they have some other FAQs here, and it really kind of got me thinking, because it's like, weren't we expecting it kind of in the first quarter of 2026, even though we didn't have an announcement date? That's kind of what we were expecting. And yeah, I was reminded by this.
Steam Controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame are all shipping in early 2026.
So, okay. Early 2026. Well, that's not necessarily in my mind as the first half of 2026, but maybe that's what they were thinking. But again, that's the wording that they used, and maybe this too is just kind of mincing meat a little bit. But that made me think, okay, basically by March 31st, we were getting the Steam Machine and Frame and the new controller. Well, that is no longer definitely the case. Now this is putting it, if they want to do it in the first half, putting us June 31st of 2026. Also, AMD has made an announcement saying that yes, the Steam Machine is still coming in 2026, or even the first half of 2026. But again, if this is still an issue, how are they going to be able to mandate that? Or are they going to be able to put out enough to actually meet some of the demand? When we take a look at the specifics itself, we already talked about this in another video, but yeah, 16 gigs of DDR5, which is actually getting quite expensive, and then also the NVMe SSDs, which basically everybody uses now. When we take a look at price trending, well, we can see that over the last 18 months, pretty flat, and then, well, it starts going up, and we can easily equate this to AI and also the launch of the Steam 2, or to the Switch 2, and also now to the Steam Machine, because they have to get all of these parts beforehand and actually start manufacturing them. But yeah, when we get to, some of the DDR5, yeah, the price has spiked a ton on the ones that they show here. So yeah, no matter what, it is going to be expensive. It is going to be a lot of money. So yeah, hopefully by June 31st, we actually get something. And two, hopefully they announce something. But yeah, it's been a little iffy because they still haven't said anything. And it's like, well, it's January now. And now that's February 4th, and we actually have a little bit more information. And yeah, it's not good. Basically, the price is going to be way more than people want. I don't think the Steam Machine is going to sell as much as maybe people were initially thinking, because yeah, they were thinking, oh, maybe $500-$600, maybe $700. Well, we just keep moving the goalpost, and I think it's pretty easy to say now that it's at least going to be probably $1,000, if not more than that, depending on what you want. Now, something that is good is that they have said that what's going to be upgradable is that, what Steam components, it's going to be the SSD and the memory, the DDR5 SODIMM. So that's what's going to be upgradable. So if you want more memory or faster clock or whatever, make sure, of course, that the machine can handle it. But yeah, that is going to be upgradable. So I'm expecting some people to buy the simpler model or the cheaper model, and then just planning to upgrade, next year or whenever some of this actually calms down. Because regardless, the prices are high. And I think definitely, as I've said before, this is going to affect the Switch 2 as well, because They just launched the Switch 2. They have 17 million units sold so far for their Switch 2, which is great. But again, it's not as fast or as much as they were hoping, and their projections are also keep getting lower every time they talk about it. So, and yeah, this is going to be affecting them too. On top of that, with tariffs and all of this other stuff. So, anyway, that's an update on the Steam Machine. Like and sub and all that jazz. I'll keep you guys up to date as quickly and as best as I can. But I don't know. I don't think this is going to be a huge banger like some people are thinking, but there are going to be some cool things. There's more things that are going to be integrated. There's some definite improvements with the VR, the Steam Frame headset, and then also some of the features and abilities that the Steam Machine is going to have. So yeah, some people are really going to like it, and I know some people too already like Steam, but again, I can't really see this selling more than maybe 10 million consoles. Because if you already have a laptop, the PC, or other gaming consoles, or whatever, you're just going to be using what you have because you're trying to buy groceries every month and pay your rent. And that's the reality for a lot of us. So with that, folks, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one.